Hello YouTube. As hard as it is to believe, April has now come and gone, so that means it's time for another haul video. So stay tuned and I will be right back. Okay, welcome back to Vintage Road and Rail, and thanks for sticking with me through that brief intro. As I said at the very beginning, it's hard to believe that April is already come and gone and we're now into May. It won't be no time at all and we'll be halfway through this year. So anyway, well, that's enough about the passage of time. Let's take a look and see what I picked up this month, or this past month I should say. So I'm going to start with those two big boxes you saw at the outset. And I'm really just going to stick them under here and just kind of peek inside, because there's a lot of stuff in there and a lot of it really to me just isn't worth pulling out of the box. I really only bought it for a couple of items in there. The rest of it was just kind of along for the ride, and I got it really cheap, which I'll go over that here in just a moment. So let me fumble around and set this under here. So as you can see, this box here it's got a lot of junk in there, and most of that is exactly what it is, junk. I don't even know if I'll keep much, if any of it. At the bottom, there's an old Tyco power pack and an old Bachmann power pack. The Tyco one's one of the gold ones. I don't know if you can kind of see it there in the corner. And there's these old structures, and there might be a little bit of track, and there's some little load, a little trailer, that I'll probably keep, and the load that goes on it. And just a little bit of other oddball stuff down in there, in a bag that looks like it's seen better days, and this box has seen better days. The guy I bought this from, he actually purchased a server, an old test lab server I had from me, and we had got to talking about trains, and he'd mentioned he'd had these two boxes down in his basement for probably the past 25 years, and they haven't even been moved at all. And so I got them real cheap, So, alright, so this next box is really kind of what I bought it all for. And if you look in there, there's basically a complete Tyco and Bachmann train set. As you can see, here's this Burlington Northern Bachmann engine. And did I set the... Yep, I did. I set the Tyco locomotive out. I forgot about that. That's the Tyco part of the train set was really what I was after, but it looks to be in good shape. I haven't tested it yet, or at least I don't think I have. If I have, I don't remember doing it. But it looks to be in good shape, so I'm not sure how well it's going to run. It's been in a box for ages. But you can see the Wesson tank car and a few other items. I think this is two complete train sets, one Bachmann and one Tyco, and probably a little bit of additional stuff. So anyway, the guy said, make me an offer, I'll sell it cheap. So I'd reached out to a couple of friends of mine on Facebook, and they said, pay no more than 25 bucks for it. So I offered him 25 bucks, and that's what he took. Alright, so let me stick this locomotive over to the side. Alright, and we'll keep on going. And I'm going to go ahead and lower the tripod. We don't need it up this high for what we've got next. Sorry about the shaky camera there. Alright, so this next thing I've already done a video on, and I'll post a link to that up there, if I can point up there in the corner. So this is the Bachmann Easy Command DCC system. I've got two videos on that already. The first one I'll post that link to, like I said, and there'll be a third one coming in the very near future, if I can speak. And then here's the locomotive that came with it. So we'll go ahead and set those off to the side. No need really going into that too much, because, like I said, I've already got a video on that. So let's just move that off to the side. Alright, so the next thing we got is this Rivarossi boxcar. Looks like newspaper print on the outside. I spotted this at a hobby shop train store in Lexington, Kentucky, I believe it was, on my way to Pigeon Forge for vacation, and I just thought it was unique and just had to have it, so I went ahead and picked that up. And this is something I got off of Facebook. It's a tractor trailer with two of the little, I don't know, what do you call them, pub trailers. Looked to be in really good shape. So I got that sent to me, and that came in, it snuck in right at the end of the month. It came in on the 30th, so it was cutting it close. Alright, and then I got a Model Power box car in the box. Trident sugarless gum. I've got another one of these that's actually red, so I spotted this. I just had to have it so it could go with that. I did take it out of the package. Everything looks to be in great shape. Just a little bit of damage on the package, but who cares? So we've got that, and that looks really good. And then I was in Wheeling, West Virginia at another train store, and I found this Mantua Classics box car. This is new in the box, so I trust it's in pretty good shape. I did kind of peek down in there, and it has knuckle couplers instead of the old horn hook couplers, so this is definitely a more modern box car than some of the older stuff I pick up. Then I've got a train line box car. It also has the knuckle couplers, carnation flaked wheat, refrigerator car. Looks really good. And I've got a whole bunch of Athearn and Roundhouse unassembled kits we'll get to in just a minute. But someone had alerted this next item to me on Facebook, and it's these HO scale NASCARs, 1/87 scale, so they're HO. So I'll just put them in frame real quick, each one. I got 4 sets. They were $4.99 or $5.99 each. And here's the last one. So I'll kind of lay these down where you can kind of see all of them in frame. Now originally I had just picked up this one here. It was the only one the Walmart by my house had. I went ahead and got it, but I really didn't want it because while the numbers were different, both cars were the same color. Whereas with these, while the number is the same, you can see the cars are clearly different colors. This one's a Snickers and a Skittles. And this one here. So, you know, again, like, I guess this is the racer. I'm not much on NASCAR. But, you know, at least they have a different color, you know, so they look a little bit different. Now, I would imagine if you wanted to, you could repaint these, you know, to something else, not a problem, and just, you know, stick them on a car transport. But if you just want some cheap cars for your layout, that will work. Alright, so let's move those off to the side, and let's start moving into all these boxed kits. So we'll just go through them one at a time. Alright, so we got this one, this Los Angeles Bicentennial Celebration. This is a roundhouse kit. And let's put the top on the right way. Alright, so then we have another roundhouse kit. And this one I got at that same train store in Lexington. It's a Southern Pacific tank car. Alright, I think I've got 3 of the roundhouse kits. And the last roundhouse kit is this REA Express refrigerator car. These 3, along with all the other kits that will be coming up, are unassembled, incomplete. In fact, each of these will be featured in a future video. So make sure and subscribe, hit that like button, that notification bell. That way, when I do videos on these kits, you'll be notified. You can give them a, give them a watch. Alright, so this is an Athearn Blue Box kit, and on the kit it says SML 1320 Memphis 40-foot boxcar, Show Me Railroad Company. So I think this was sold in, according to this, it was sold in Grandview, Missouri. So when I first got it, it was a little bit confusing because it had Memphis on here, and it had I believe that's the Mississippi Queen, if I remember correctly. Shame on a person who's from Tennessee to not know that, but I believe that's the Mississippi Queen. But then when I saw this little Missouri down here, it threw me off. But apparently this boxcar is meant to represent the city of Memphis, and that there's a whole bunch of other cities as well. I think I saw one for Denver and a few others. So it might be an interesting series of cars to try to collect. I like those oddball cars. Alright, so let's move on to the next Blue Box kit. And we got a Union Pacific bay window caboose. I'd been looking for one of these, and I got this one at a pretty good price. I got it for, I think, $7, which is not bad because I've seen a lot of these go for $20. So I got that to go with my Union Pacific Athearn Blue Box F7 locomotive. Alright, so let's set that off to the side. And let's move on to another Blue Box. Now this one was assembled, and I was a little bit disappointed by that because the listing that I got this on eBay, and let's go ahead and show it to you here. It's the 63rd Mountain State Forest Festival. It was partially assembled, and the picture that I saw online, or on the listing, showed it as partially assembled. It looked like the trucks might have been attached, but the weight was separate and everything else, and the doors were off. But when it got to me, I don't know if the seller thought he was doing me a favor by completing the installation, but what I was looking forward to was putting it together. But that's okay. It's a unique car, and that's what I like about it, so it'll look great in my collection. Alright, so this is the last of the smaller Blue Box kits, and actually I do not think this is a Blue Box caboose. I got this at my local hobby shop for $5. It was already assembled, and I got it to go with a Conrail F7 ABA set that's Athearn. But if you look at it, I don't see a name stamped on it, but these trucks are snapped in like a Bachmann or a Lifelike or a Tyco instead of screwed in, and it doesn't have metal axles. So I may be wrong, and correct me in the comments if you think I am, but honestly I think that that's going to be it is not a Athearn product. Alright, so the next kit is from Walthers. Here's the box to it, and here is the kit itself, unassembled. So I'm looking forward to putting that together. Alright, now the next two items I've never seen, and I had stopped in, like I mentioned earlier, I was on my way with my family to Pigeon Forge for vacation, and on the way down we'd stopped in Lexington, Kentucky at a local hobby shop, and he had told me he had some unassembled Varney kits that he didn't have out at that moment, but he said if I stopped back through on the way home, he would have them out by that point. So we did. On the way back, we stopped by, and here it is. So this one, and these, I've never seen these. Try to get my camera to stay in focus there. So here's your instructions, and you can tell it's been in there for a while. And there's some of the accessories. But what this is a wooden kit. I'm trying to keep it in frame here. So here's your wood pieces, and there's your side, and there'll be two of those, and then here's an end, and there's another piece that has the roof on it if I can find it. It's in there somewhere. There's even some little sandpaper. So I just thought that was pretty interesting, and I think he only charged me $7 for this kit, and $7 for the other one. And I must admit I'm a little intimidated putting this together because I've never worked with wood before, so I am looking forward to that challenge. So here is the other one, and it's another box car, but it's identical with the exception of, and let me just get it open, it's a different color, and you can kind of see it down there. It's silver. Oop, I'm out of frame. There it is. So definitely looking forward to putting those together. Alright, so I had these stacked from largest box to smallest, so we've got 2 more Athearn blue box kits to go to. And then we'll get to kind of the highlight of my haul for this past month. Alright, so I got this one at that same hobby shop in Lexington. 100% complete. This is a center flow hopper, Union Carbide plastics. So looking forward to putting that together. And then the last of the kits. This is, does it say what it is? It does not say what it is. But this is, I believe it was Pennsylvania State University. Not a fan at all. I grew up in Tennessee, so I'm a University of Tennessee fan. Go Vols, even though they suck, but I won't go there. But anyway, so I thought that was unique, so I'm looking forward to putting that together. And if you've noticed a theme by now, it's I like kind of unique cars. I mean, you can get prototypical stuff all day long, but I like the stuff that just looks a little bit different. All right, so that's all of the cars, I believe. Yes, it is. So now we're going to look at this Walthers mainline. This is a GE-8 40B locomotive. This is DCC ready. It is not DCC capable at the moment because I need to put a decoder in there, but it is ready. So I'm looking forward to doing that upgrade in the near future. And then I have this Mantua 2662 Cherry Valley Logging Company steam locomotive. So that's going to be a really nice addition to my collection. I've yet to run it, but it was tested at the hobby shop where I picked it up, so it's working just fine. And last item on my list of what I picked up for the month of April. And the box kind of come open. Is I've got this F7A Bachmann locomotive, and it has the DCC sound value on board. So this one has sound. So there will be a video on that coming up soon. In fact, pretty much everything that we have looked at as far as the kits and the 3 locomotives, those will all be on a future video. So like I said earlier, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way when these videos come up, you'll be alerted and you can give them a look. Okay, so that is everything for the month of April. May is already underway, so I'm looking forward to picking up a few more train items as this month goes along. There may be 2 videos for hauls, because not this coming weekend, but the next weekend there is a train show in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I will be going to that, and so I'll be picking up a few items there. If I pick up a whole bunch of stuff, I'll just do a haul based on the train show. But if I just pick up a couple of items or so, I'll just do a general haul at the end of the month. Alright, well that concludes this video, so I appreciate you sticking with me as I go through all these items. Certainly looking forward to putting these kits together and running these locomotives. And I've got more videos coming up soon, so smash that like button. hit that subscribe, notification bell, and happy model railroading. Take care.